This video is to show you how to complete your weekly assignments for language arts. Now, in the weeks before spring break, you would have daily assignments, but now we are starting this new novel study on By the Great Horn Spoon. So you have a set of Google Slides that has all your assignments for the entire week. So you'll notice when you open the slides that there are 5 activities to do, one for each day. The whole set is due completed by Friday. You'll look at the directions here. It says each day, please complete 1 page in the slides. There are a total of 5 pages to have completed by the end of the week. So again, please don't open it today and go, oh my goodness, I have so much work to do just on Monday. No, this is for the whole week. We won't be posting any other language arts assignments. On Friday, make sure that you have finished all the slides and then return here to click the submit button. So when you click on the actual activity, assignment post, then you'll find a red submit button so that you can tell me that you finished the slide. So you'll want to push that on Friday once you're complete. You'll also find that I included both the chapters. So on Monday and Tuesday, your job is to complete one of the pages and listen to a chapter. So Monday's chapter 1, Tuesday's chapter 2. You can find the links to those chapters in our weekly Google Slides directions. They're also posted here with the assignment, so you can access them at any time. You can come here and listen to the chapters again if you need to, and then here is the weekly Google Slides. So you'll want to click on this. This is where you actually do the work. So you'll click on that to open it. It'll create a copy just for you, so you'll type right into these slides. And I have a hard time seeing it. It's a little bit small like this, so I like to come over to this magnifying glass with a plus sign in it, click on it, and I change it to 100%, and that zooms in so it's easier for me to see here. So By the Great Horn Spoon, Section 1, Chapters 1 through 2, that's all we're doing this week. A novel study by your name. Anywhere where you see blue text, that means you need to change it to your answer. So this is not by your name. You'll click here, and then you can highlight the blue text and instead write your actual name. All right, so now we know that this is my copy, and then I'll go to the next page. This is the page that you have to do on Monday, Dictionary Detective. Your job is to go through and add a definition for each of the words here. So you can use in another tab, open up dictionary.com, and you can look up each word. So first you would look up clamoring. In dictionary.com, you'll find the definition, and then you'll click on this box. Right here where the blue text is, you can highlight it and then start typing in whatever your definition would be, and it'll replace that blue text for you. So your job on Monday is to complete all of these. Okay, and that's it. Then on Tuesday, you would go to slide 3, and you need to do the vocabulary study. So now you're using those same words that you've looked up, and you're going to fill them in on these lines. So you're matching them with the correct definitions. On the provided lines, write the matching vocabulary word. So demanding loudly. You'll figure out which one of these words means demanding loudly. And then you'll click here, highlight the blue text, and you can type in, you can type in your own word that matches that definition. You'll do that for 1 through 6. Then down here, fill in the blank. These are sentences that use the words. So these same vocab words are used in actual sentences. So you have to figure out which one goes where. You'll come to the line. You can triple click. That means click 3 times. And it'll highlight the whole thing. And then you just type in whatever your word is. And then down here, add a little extra. What adjectives would you use to describe praiseworthy? So that's one of the characters you're going to be reading about. So type here any adjectives. It doesn't have to be vocab words. It can be any words you think of that describe praiseworthy. Then on Wednesday, your job is to complete this one, which is answering questions about the story. So the first section is multiple choice. So you need to answer 1 and 2. You don't need to circle on here. You just need to type right down in here. Is it A, B, C, or D? You'll type an A, B, C, or D on the line for both of these. Then you have a short answer. What gives praiseworthy an idea for catching the thief? And what is the plan's result? So there are 2 questions in here, so your answer should be at least 2 sentences. What gives him an idea? And what's the plan? 2 complete sentences typed into this box here. Notice they give you a big box because there's enough space for you to write full sentences. Then down here, this is the long answer section. So that means we're expecting even more sentences. If you remember back when we did our Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe novel study, you would have lines here that you had to fill, and the rule was that you had to fill up all of the lines with your answer. So it's kind of the same idea. You want to use the space, fill the space that they've given you. Now, typing's a little smaller, so you might not fill up all the lines, but you should have at least a few sentences. What race is the captain in, and how are Jack and Praiseworthy also racing? So you'll click here, triple click, and then you can type in your answer. This one should at least be 3 sentences long because it's a long answer section. Okay, then you've got, a little extra down here. At the beginning of the story, Praiseworthy decides to go directly to the captain, but Jack is terrified. Do you think Praiseworthy's actions are logical, or do you think Jack's fears are reasonable? So whose side are you on? Do you think Praiseworthy had a good idea to go to the captain, or do you think that Jack was right in saying, oh my gosh, no, we should just stay hidden and not let anyone know that there are stowaways here? So you go ahead and tell us in a sentence or two whose side you're on and why. Make sure you explain why. And then on Thursday, you'll do this page here, which is the chapter summary. If you could give a title to this section, what would it be? This one is not a sentence. You just have to give a title to this section of the book for chapters 1 and 2. Please don't use the title that they've already given to those chapters. Come up with your own title that's going to kind of give you a clue for what both chapters are talking about. Then what happens in these chapters? So this is where you get to write your own little paragraph summary. So remember, in a paragraph summary, you should have at least 5 sentences, and you should be telling all of the key events here, the most important things that happen. So if I come back and read this summary, I'm going to know all the big stuff that happened in chapters 1 and 2. Down here, what is your favorite part of this section of the book? Tell me what's your favorite and why. Down here, what are 3 words that you think describe these chapters? So you get to come up with 3 words and tell me why. So it should be written in a sentence. The 3 words that describe this chapter are blank, blank, and blank because, and then you tell me in that sentence. Based on what happens in these chapters, what do you think will happen next? So this is where you get to make a prediction. What's going to come next in this story? And you'll go ahead and type that here. And that is the end. So you know what? Actually, this one only has 4 activities. So you'll be able to do vocab on Monday, vocab on Tuesday, this one understanding on Wednesday, summary on Thursday, and then on Friday, you just have time to come back, do any catch up, make sure that you've got it all completed, and you'll click the submit button. Make sure when you're done with this, you close it. Remember, it saves automatically. You close this tab, come back to the assignment on Google Classroom, and for students, you guys will see a submit button. I don't because this is the teacher view, but you'll see a submit button. So as soon as you're finished, click that button so that I know you're done. All right, good luck.